Good afternoon, SFL fans, and welcome to the first game in tonight's slate as the DC Dragons travel south to face off against the reigning champion, Florida Storm. I'm Brandon Walters. Joining me in the booth tonight is Eddie Gage, the legend himself. Eddie, we had two teams here that I think most people were expecting to be 1-0 coming into this game here, but it has not played out that way. DC coming in off an opening week loss. What are you expecting for this one?
SFL Nation, what up, doe? Glad to be in and hit the booth with you. And you're right, DC did come off a tough loss at home last week to expansion Nashville. I talked to DC's offensive coordinator, Sebastian Synergy. He was very disappointed about that loss, saying, hey, despite that, they believe they have the roster and the coaching staff that can come in here in Florida and get the job done.
Certainly a lot of confidence in this DC unit, but I think that's well proven considering last season, 10-2 record, making it to the semifinals of the playoffs, bowing out eventually, but not, too far off from that championship glory and looking to certainly maintain that momentum coming into season 23 here. But we're going to get started off here. It looks like DC is going to get the ball first here, which means that Shabazz Synergy and that offense has got some things to prove as they come out here. As we are underway here in Florida. Kickoff being sent down the field, going to be received just in front of the goal line there, being taken out. And tackle there made by Bobby Tarantino at about the 25-yard line, and that will bring out Shabazz Synergy and this DC Dragons offense.
I think the keys to victory for DC is going to be to establish tempo. Last week, they did not do a good job of staying on the field, keeping their offense on the field. I think they didn't have success. They had to do so through the back of Kevin Say.
Kevin Say, the man to watch out for here in this backfield, certainly. I formation first down. They'll go to the fullback there and pushing up the field. Number 34, Chuck Steller will get the first carry of the game. Nice gain of 7 yards for DC.
Nice change of pace. They do tend to get Chuck Steller involved in his running game as well.
Let's go through that offense real quick. Shabazz Synergy is the quarterback. Halfback room, Kevin Say, Sam Harrison, Chuck Steller at fullback. As they line up in the strong eye here, pitch out to the left side. That'll be the backup fullback getting a carry there. Number 38, that is Dan Alexander. Shut down very quickly there by one of the Florida defenders. That would be Jesus Smith, the outside linebacker. Rest of the offense here, Mason Kirby, Josh Gill, Jay Hayden, and Lauren Percoco are the throwing targets. In the line, Robert Crone, James Judah, Michael Percoco, Quinn Zook, and Ezekiel Rubin. 3 of them being added on this week here as Synergy will drop back. Great throw there on the right side. Threads the needle. Josh Gill will get the first down here for the Dragons, moving down the field.
I'm not sure how that ball was completed, but yet he found Josh Gill in between the corner and safety for a first down.
Tight window throw there for Synergy, but it just shows he's got the accuracy to make those tight throws, and if he settles down into this game, I think he's got a great shot at having a fine outing here tonight. Setting up in the weak eye now, 1st and 10 at just about midfield, stepping on that Storm logo. Synergy will snap the ball and hand off. Ooh, Kevin Say pushing up the middle of the field there. Actually, that's Chuck Steller again getting another carry, and a nice drive for him, 5 yards.
Both fullbacks for DC so far, a heavy emphasis of this offense.
No sightings of Kevin Say yet. Very interesting start here. 2nd and 5. Synergy will hand off again up the middle. Ooh, a big hit there on the backup running back. That's Sam Harrison, number 33. And Eddie, looking at the stats from last season, Kevin Say was 4th in the league with carries. He was really a bell cow back for this offense. 227 carries across the season. We haven't seen him once yet on this drive. 3rd and 3 now. Another handoff up the middle. There's Say, but he gets stuffed. Great job by the Storm defense. Jesus Smith, again, the first man into the breach there, and that'll set up 4th and 2 for this DC offense. I think they're going to have to punt, Eddie.
They will, and for Florida, their linebackers has been a revolving door known around the league for not staying long, but these past several seasons, they've done a good job of keeping them in-house.
Decent punt there. Looks to drop just inside the 10. Unfortunate bounce for the Dragons there. We'll take it into the end zone. Touchback for this Florida offense, and that will bring out the leader himself, Hall of Famer Ron Cochran. Completed an astonishing percentage of passes last week, 76% in that win over Chicago there. How do you think they're going to try and unsettle him in that pocket?
Apply pressure. You cannot allow him time to sit back there in the pocket and find an open receiver.
Setting up here, weak eye, first down. Pitch out to the left side there, trying to find a little bit of room. Bullet Beletsky will not make it any further than the line of scrimmage, brought down there by, I believe that's one of the corners there, number 23. No, that's the safety, Tyler Highfield.
Four defense, really bringing pressure from the edge.
It's a very heavy look here for DC on second down. Cochran will look to pass. Pressure in his face, but he gets the throw out there. Nice job to quickly read that pressure and get it out to Stephen Bush there for a first down.
We seen last week Chicago tried this same defense against Florida, that 4-4 Bear, and Ron Cochran abused them. He's off here to another hot start.
I mean, Cochran is well known for being cool and composed in that pocket there. It's very tough to unsettle him, and even when you bring that kind of pressure, looks like he's more than capable of dealing with it here. First down and 10 again. Coming down the I-Twins look now. Cochran taking a drop back quick again there. Throws it out on the swing pass to Beletsky, but will not get anything really. Just a yard there. 2nd and 9 upcoming. Let's take a look at that Florida Storm offense. Quarterback Ron Cochran, halfback Bullet Beletsky, fullback Chris Komisak, wide receivers Stephen Bush, Caleb Giffis, Art Vandelay, and Bobby Tarantino. Tight ends Ron Haynes and Nate LeMay. The line, Randy Fatt III, Joseph Wade, and Greg McDonaldson. 2nd down now. Cochran will drop back again, shuffling out of the pocket, avoiding some pressure. Will decide to tuck and run there, and gets a couple yards there. Oh, no! Ron Cochran down on the field.
Ron Cochran is down, slow to get up. You saw him stiff-arm the defender there for a few more yards. Perhaps he might have hurt his shoulder. We'll see, but not a good look so far.
That's potentially a devastating injury, Eddie. You know, Ron Cochran is really the heart and soul of this offense, I think most people would argue. And now to have to see a potential backup come in and try and lead this offense. Looks like it's going to be number 5. That's Clint Sterner coming out here to lead this Storm offense on the 3rd and 5. Setting up for his first snap in the split set. DC looking to bring pressure. They don't. 4-man rush. Sterner will tuck and run now and takes another big hit there. DC really, getting some hits on these quarterbacks early there. 4th and 1 now for this Storm offense.
Yeah, trying to extend for that first down. It looks like his helmet made contact with the defender's knee. Hopefully he's okay.
Seems like he'll be all right. Walking back to the huddle a little bit slowly here as Marcus Agrippa will come on to punt this ball away for Florida. The punt is away. Long hang time. Fair catch will be called for at about the 20-yard line there. Nice punt to switch field positions here for DC. And, talking about that offensive flexibility, I think, Shabazz Synergy had mentioned potentially some interesting substitutions coming in. Do you think that might have anything to do with how much we've been seeing Chuck Stellar so far?
Well, maybe. Perhaps they're trying to get some more receivers involved because last week, Percoco dominated the catches with 7. No other receiver had 2.
It is a thin receiving core here. Only 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, but everyone's going to have to pull their share in order to keep this offense moving down the field. Man in motion to the right side, 1st and 10. Synergy will hand it off. Say trying to find some room there, but gets stuffed up on the line. Nice job there from the Storm defensive line. Let's go over that Storm defense. On the line, Deontay Stoneville, Alessandro Tomiello, Pete Mitchell, and Dallas Knowles. Linebackers, Ryan Tobin, Jesus Smith, and Juan Mississippi. Corners, Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, and Adam Jones. Free safety, Daniel Wright. Strong safeties, Andrew Francis and J.J. Bailey. 2nd down, carry there for Harrison. Will get stuffed after another only yard gained. And again, Jesus Smith's getting involved in that run coverage game.
Thus far, DC's run game is stuck in neutral.
Been a tough sledding carry so far. 4 yards for Harrison and only 1 for Say. Stellar with the best, 12 on 2. As Synergy will step back, no backs, and throw it down the field. And there's the tight end that people have been talking about in this offense. Lauren Percoco with a fantastic catch. We'll move them past midfield.
Anytime it's a passing situation as a defense, the first thing you have to do is find number 47, Lauren Percoco. She's a multi-time all-star and a great vertical threat downfield for this DC offense.
Had an absolutely stellar season last season for the Dragons as well. Certainly the number 1 receiving threat on this team and someone that I think Shabazz Synergy is going to be looking to more than anyone else here today as they approach midfield for the 2nd time this game now. I formation for Synergy. He will throw, stepping back, pressure on the right side there. Oh, and that's an interception! Juan Mississippi there with a fantastic pick there, and Synergy has got to be shaking his head. That's a bit of a dangerous throw.
Why Mississippi, drafted by the Denver Nightwings, now making his home over here in Florida, and thus far he has paid great dividends for this defense.
Second season here in Florida, part of that championship winning squad from last season, sixth season in the league for him. Great interception there. Will give the ball to Storner at about midfield here. Let's see how he drives this offense. They'll hand the ball off on first down, and Biletsky fighting, but can only manage to get about 2 yards there. Nice job on DC to wrap up there. Josh Vasquez on the tackle.
Here early on in this game, DC has shown a lot of zone blitzes out of their nickel sets.
Absolutely. Looking to bring that pressure and unsettle Cochran, as we mentioned earlier, although Cochran no longer in the game, so maybe now to unsettle Storner. 2nd and 8 coming in the strong eye this time. Storner will drop back to throw. Oh, trying to dump it off there. Bobbled for a moment. The catch is made, but not getting any yards there. That was number 23, Avion Cason, the backup running back, getting that one.
For a moment there, I thought Saeed Gore might have had a chance at a tipped, bobbled catch for an interception there.
Yeah, Cason with a bit of a brick hands case there, but manages to reel it in just in time before a catastrophic mistake as they'll go play action on 3rd down. Storner, time, looking down the field, over the middle, pass completed. Bobby Tarantino, that's a great catch there from someone who we didn't hear too much about until the championship game last season, if you recall.
I do, and Peanuts say, I'm not sure how he didn't bat this ball down. He was tracking him all the way, had his eyes on it, and just missed it.
Just out of reach there. Good throw by Storner there. Let's take a look at this Dragons defense. Kano Fortson, John Gary, Mike Wagner, and Jason Bourne on the defensive line. Linebacking core led by Nick Fargo, 7-time All-Star, alongside Jason Strongbow and Saeed Gore. Corners Peanut Sage, Doobie-Doo, and Daryl Bullock. Free safeties DeSantis and Highfield. Strong safeties Josh Vasquez and Kev Say Jr. there. As another pass completed by Storner, that one will go to Caleb Giffis. Good first down.
Perhaps we have a QB controversy over here in Florida, as Ron Cochran thus far has not been missed.
Those are some strong words, Eddie. I don't know if it's much as a controversy as it is a good job filling in the backup spot. But Storner moving the ball down the field nonetheless. 1st and 10 here. Set up 2 tight ends on the right side of the line. Almost certainly going to be a handoff here. And they will pitch right side there. And, putting on a little bit of the moves. And there he is, number 80, Art Vandelay, getting carries out of the backfield again in this game. We saw that a lot in the championship, and to great effect, Eddie.
We also saw it in week 1.
Something that they definitely seem to be sticking with in terms of offensive philosophy from here on out. Give Vandelay the ball out of the backfield. 2nd and 1, heavy set here for Florida, and a very heavy defensive look coming out of DC as well. Would not be surprised to see the pressure sent. Komisak will get the ball and just gets the first down. He was close to getting taken down in time, but not able to be brought down by Nick Fargo before he reaches that first down marker. 1st and goal now for the Storm, looking to punch it in.
DC caught an audible on that last play, expecting the run to come to their strong side. It did not.
Another matchup in the trenches here. This time it's Biletsky on the right side, or the left side, gets caught up on his blockers, and Vasquez tracks all the way across the formation to make the tackle there. Loss of a yard for the Bullet.
Friendly fire there as tight end Nick LeMay could not get out of his stance in time before the defense pushed him about a yard in the backfield.
Good response off the snap there from the DC line. And Stoner in the gun now. 2nd down. Will swing it out. Again, that's Cason, who gets his 2nd catch of the game and gets that yard back. But 3rd and goal here from about the 8-yard line. Do you trust Stoner to throw it into the end zone here?
You know what? It's 3rd down and 8. It's 6, excuse me. And I don't expect him to run 6 yards, so they're going to have to put the trust in his arm.
He's got a bunch to his left.
Blitz coming.
Fargo shifting, not bringing the pressure. Throw over the middle, but it won't reach the end zone there. Vandelay was close, probably at about the 2-yard line, but DC does a good job rallying to the side of the pass. 4th down and goal now, and almost certainly you're going to have to take a field goal here.
Yes, and DC put their best corner, Peanut Say, lined up against Art Vandelay one-on-one. He got the job done.
And here comes 10-season veteran Ethan Sneed. A very short field goal attempt for him, almost certainly a chip shot, and it will be up and through. 3-0 the score here as Florida puts up the first points of the ball game at home.
The fact that you got your backup quarterback in for Florida, and they were able to march downfield and put up 3 points. Has got to boost confidence into this offense. They can get the job done, despite Ron Cochran not being on the field so far.
Absolutely. Early storyline to keep an eye on there. Stoner replacing Cochran and doing a pretty good job so far, as the ball will be kicked off again here just outside the end zone. DC will return the ball here past the 20, up to the 25, trying to shake and bake, but Harrison gets taken down at the 25-yard line. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. As Shabazz Synergy will come out and try and lead this offense here, still seeming to be a little bit stuck in mud here. You know, you're going to have to rebound after that interception to Mississippi. Coming out. Oh, Mississippi read the play like an open book, but he wasn't able to get the tackle in time. Say gets 2 yards on it somehow, but great play there by the outside linebacker. And that will end this first quarter here. Florida up 3-0 here, in what has been an interesting game to start off this block already.
I'm not sure if that was a run blitz or just well read, but my goodness, it's amazing he didn't get the handoff.
Welcome back to Florida, where we just witnessed Juan Mississippi read that play fantastically there. Unfortunately, didn't really get the payoff for it. 2nd down now and 8 for Synergy as he sends a man in motion. That's Stellar out in the middle of that wide receiver formation. Will go and be the lone wide receiver left side here. That's an interesting play. And Say, pushing forward on the right side pitch there. We'll get another few yards. 3rd and 5 now for the Dragons.
I don't understand sending your best run blocker in that situation in motion to the other side of the field. Leave him over there and let him put a hat on somebody.
Potentially a form of misdirection there from DC, but if so, it didn't really work out that well for him. 3rd and 5 now. I formation for Synergy, but he will pass. Shuffling, decides to tuck and run there. Lots of room down the field. Synergy takes a big hit as well, but he gets up. And the quarterback's taken some heat so far tonight, Eddie.
Watch him carry this ball with just one hand. I can guarantee you he got up and looked at his quarterback's coach and he told him, secure that ball like it's your money.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the kind of thing that gets a quarterback a talking to on the sideline for sure there. But Synergy does manage to hang on and possibly more importantly, manages not to get injured here. 1st down and 10 past the 40-yard line. Delayed handoff there for Stellar out of the backfield, and he just manages to get to the line of scrimmage before Mississippi will swallow that one up.
These linebackers from Florida so far have been the stars of their defense, as they have not allowed this running game for DC to get going.
Fun stat line from Mississippi. 1 tackle, 1 interception to open up this game so far. For the outside linebacker, Percoco in motion to the left side. High formation. Synergy on the quick drop back. Will throw for Percoco, who makes a great one-handed catch. Fantastic job by Lauren Percoco there. And I'm going to call it now, Eddie. That's the nice hands catch, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. What a great catch.
And Daniel Wright was actually matched up against Percoco one-on-one. And it doesn't matter if you're a linebacker, corner, or safety. It's a matchup nightmare regardless. And one-handed catch by Lauren.
Absolutely. Going to look to exploit those matchups all night long, I think, here. 1st down now, just past midfield, standing on that Storm logo again here. Synergy will pitch out right side. Stellar's got a bit of room now. 1st down and more down the right sideline. Antonelli will push him out of bounds, but not before a gain of at least 15, maybe even 20 yards for the fullback.
Lauren Percoco is an all-star tight end, known for her catches, but watch this block she puts on the outside. Bang! Right there to allow that running game to get to the outside and pick up a 1st down.
Beautiful block. I'm pretty sure that was number 20, Andrew Francis there, getting shut down by Percoco, not able to make that tackle earlier there, and Stellar rips off a huge play there for the offense, and that's the kind of play you need to get the momentum going now. 1st down on Florida's 30-yard line for DC. Synergy in the I form again. Hand off to the fullback and pushing forward, a nice 5-yard gain there. Again, the backup getting involved, Dan Alexander.
DC doing a great job of getting every eligible back involved here so far in this game.
Certainly impressive work from them. They've got 4 different backs so far doing work for this team here. Another handoff. Ooh, that's a new one. As we get a 1-yard carry there. A bit of a, tough front to run into there, but Mason Kirby getting a carry.
Mason Kirby known for running down the sidelines up the middle versus Florida in a playoff game, not known so much for carries.
Another interesting wrinkle being thrown in by each of these offenses here. 3rd and 4 now for Synergy, who will throw, dropping back. Pressure stays out of his face long enough. Percoco, touchdown, DC. Great throw by Synergy to the right side, and Percoco makes it to the pylon in time. DC taking this lead 7-3.
A great catch and run by Lauren Percoco, and you could not defend that any better. The defense is right there on Lauren's hip. It did not matter. Shabazz had confidence that she could make the play. She did, and as a result, Andrew Francis is getting off the turf trying to figure out what just happened.
Francis having a nightmare drive against Percoco, gets blown up on the block earlier on that big stellar run, and then gets beat over the top for the touchdown, as the extra point will be tacked on by Caleb Richards from Motor City, moving to DC now. Great drive there for DC will mean that it's 7-3 for the Dragons with just about 7 minutes to go in this first half.
7 minutes to go in the first half, and now suddenly down 7-3. A lot of Florida players looking over at that blue tent trying to figure out what's going on with Ron Cochran.
Certainly a situation that needs to be kept an eye on here for Florida. Can their quarterback come out and lead this team back on a comeback trail now that they are down, as Tarantino will bring it out to the 30-yard line. Storner still in the huddle here for this drive.
Still in the huddle, but you can see him commanding the huddle, trying to let them know what the game plan is here on this first drive.
Setting up in the I form here. DC looking pretty aggressive, bringing in one of the safeties to sit over that top side. Storner will drop back and throw another halfback swing pass there. Beletsky will get an easy first down. No one even really on that side. Vasquez gets to him eventually, but not before a first down.
No one makes you defend more grass than the Florida Storm. Mighty RX, some call him Max Paul, one of the greatest to ever do it in this league. He makes you defend both vertically and horizontally every blade of grass.
And also a great job getting some easier passes in for Storner. You know, make sure that he doesn't have to throw the ball too far vertically and limit those chances for potential turnovers here. Another first down, this time a handoff onto the right side there. Good push from the line. Will get a little bit of room there for, I believe that's Kason again with a carry.
It was Kason, and Florida got a great block from the right side of the offensive line to be able to pick up those 6 yards.
Absolutely. This Florida offensive line only 3-man strong, but it is a very good line indeed here. 2nd and 4 now, as a tight end will go in motion. That's Haynes splitting out into a receiving form on the right side. Handoff there. Ooh, Komisak was pushing and pushing, but only just manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Vasquez again with another tackle.
And I like what Florida did, trying to get as many bodies out of there as possible by sending that man in motion to the right, trying to free up space, but unfortunately there was none.
Heavy front here from DC, but the corner's cushioning off well. Storner, ooh, with the pitch pass. Great throw to Beletsky there. Nice work on that play. First down for the Florida Storm. Great job by Storner to keep some composure.
An even better job doing film study. DC brought pressure off both edges, the left and the right, leaving that middle wide open. And it's a delay as well. Oh, you might as well just call it a first down as soon as he received the football.
I say great play design there from the Florida Storm offensive coaches, and a fantastic execution there from a backup quarterback. You know, that's the hallmark sign of someone who spent that time in the film room dissecting these plays here. Storner will go back to pass again. Kason gets the ball out of the backfield and will manage to pick up 3 yards there. Kason has been involved a lot coming out of this backfield so far, Eddie.
And that's because DC is continually bringing a blitz. It seems like every play they're bringing at least one person on the blitz, forcing the ball out of these QB's hands.
Well, it also helps that Beletsky has no backup, so it means that, you know, they're going to have to be asking Kason to do quite a bit here. And so far, he has provided the goods. 2nd and 7 now. Storner stepping back, throwing, but incomplete there. Not able to find. Ooh, that's actually Cochran is back on the field now.
Yes,
good to see him.
And they brought the blitz on that left side again.
DC trying to keep that pressure up. I mean, considering that, you know, Cochran got injured pretty early on in this game, you know, you could say that the pressure has been effective so far, but back out on the field now and immediately asked to convert a 3rd and 7 here. Bunch to the left. Cochran stepping back, pressure, trying to shuffle out of the pocket, finds a spot, Ooh, long throw down the field there, looking for Bush, but not able to get through. That is a great job on the pass coverage there by Daryl Bullock, number 28.
They tested him. Unfortunately, he got up saying, hey, you better test the other side of the field because I came to play today. And despite Ron Cochran being in the field, Florida's got to punt this ball right back to this DC offense.
Yeah, Cochran looking like he's shaking a little rust out of that arm here as Agrippa will punt the ball back to DC. Another nice punt here. Can it be secured? Oh, great job on special teams coverage there for the Storm. On the 5-yard line is where DC's going to have to take over. And that's just fantastic special teams execution. I get the feeling there's a certain someone out there who's screaming, yeah, special teams right now.
Cliff Allen, you talk about Marshall Agrippa, 10 seasons in the league, 8-time All-Star. And there you just shown why, inside the 5.
Beautiful execution there. And now Shabazz is working with his back to the end zone here. Delayed handoff there for Say, trying to fight through there, but the trenches getting a little bit cluttered up there in Mississippi with a nice tackle.
I like the play design, though. They spread the defense out, trying to get the run game going, but Florida read their keys, stayed home, and made a play.
Doing a good job at quieting down this rushing attack. The last season, as we mentioned, has been, was such an integral part of this offense. It looks like Synergy's going to have to do a bit more of the load carrying here in this game. Pitch on second down. Stellar with a stiff arm, but can't fight out of it. Great job by this defense multiple times now to rally to the site of the original tackle and be able to wrap up. Evan Carroll there with a nice job.
Pre-game, I asked Max Paul, what's the game plan today? And he shoved me out the door and said, we're going to just continue to stack W's. Now get up out of here.
It's a solid game plan, I think. And so far, it hasn't been going too badly. As Say will get the pitch there and manages to secure the first down there. Great run and very, very committed there on a third down to keep the run game going, even though you didn't get too much on those first 2 plays.
It didn't matter because he got from 0 to 100 real quick in terms of RPMs and was able to pick up that first down.
Yeah, fantastic acceleration there for Say. Had a bit of a struggle so far to open up this game. 6 carries now, 15 yards on the ground, but that is his longest by far so far tonight. Split back set now for Synergy. First down, they'll hand it up the middle there. And a push there for Harrison will get 4 yards.
DC able to get out of the depths of their own end. Now beyond the 20. Now they can open up the offense a bit and maybe get some productive plays downfield.
With the way the clock's running as well, could be the last drive if they play their cards right. Trying to push there for Kirby, but gets caught up on a lineman. Mississippi again in that backfield will record another TFL.
No matter who is in the backfield, Florida's run defenses came to play today.
Absolutely. Those linebackers are looking vicious so far tonight. Shutting down this Dragons rushing attack here. 3rd and 4 now for Synergy, who will throw short drop. Shuffling out of the pocket. Tries to tuck and run again there, but Jesus Smith says, no, thank you, sir. Give me that sack. 4th down now for DC.
Jesus Smith, in my mind, is Florida's MVP of this ball game so far. He has been all over the field, racking up his 3rd solo tackle. He has 3 assists as well, and now that sack.
Smith and Mississippi both having fantastic games, but that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning here in Florida. DC holding on to a slim lead, 7-3. We'll be right back with you. And welcome back to the sunny beaches of Florida here. 2 minutes left to go in this first half. DC holding a 7-3 lead, but having to punt the ball away here. Florida will likely get one last shot at a good drive here to close out this half. Tarantino will call for fair catch at their own 45-yard line, and Ron Cochran's going to get back out on this field. He missed a good chunk of this first half, Eddie. Got to try and shake that rust off, get down the field, score some points.
And it's a great time to do it. He has great starting field position, the best starting field position they've had to start this game. And with 1:54 left, time is not a factor.
High twins form here for Cochran. Pressure coming from DC again. Wide on Haynes. Lets it bounce off his hands. That is not typical from the tight end for the Storm.
Ron was wide open. Perhaps he had his eyes looking downfield toward the end zone because there wasn't a defender within 5 yards of him.
Certainly one that he's going to want back later. And I'm guessing in training next week he's going to be working on those gloves all week long, as Vandalay will get the ball out of the backfield now, gets a nice first down, and starting to move this ball now for the Storm.
And you can see the advantages of putting Art Vanderlei in the backfield. Did you see how quick he got out of his break and was toward the sideline before a defender could pick him up?
That's the advantage of having a speedy guy like Vanderlei in that backfield. You know, you get a little bit more of that immediate acceleration from a guy like that. And when it comes to those swing passes, I think that's really where your bread is buttered, so to speak. Strong eye for him here, first down, and this time it's Beletsky who will get the swing pass and will bring it out of bounds after a 7-yard gain here. And nice job by Beletsky to stop the clock as well.
These last 2 plays are a perfect example of what I mean by defending every blade of grass. You can't just send your DBs out back and backpedaling. You got to defend every blade because they're just going to pick you apart 5 yards at a time.
Exactly, and it keeps this defense on their toes and running around the entire time too, which could play into some early tiredness here as they'll pitch the ball to Vanderlei on the right side. Great blocks setting up here for Florida as they'll drag DeSantis to the 20-yard line, and Florida will call their first timeout. Great job by the Storm to get this offense moving. Again,
the speed out of the backfield, a receiver, the likes of Ron Cochran with his ability, his agility, I should say, something you just cannot match with linebackers.
Storm putting together a very nice drive here to end the half potentially. That is Bush going in motion to the bottom left side of the formation here. 1 by 1. Offset eye. They'll go play action. Cochran will swing it out to Beletsky again here. Wide open again. Stiff arm on Kevsey Jr. and another first down. 1st and goal now for this Florida offense.
3 consecutive plays in which Florida has just dumped the ball off 3 yards towards the sidelines and let his receivers make plays. This time it's Bullet Beletsky.
Beletsky's having a fantastic game. 5 catches on 5 targets for 45 yards-ish. That is a great stat line for a running back to be having. So far in this game, you know, not getting it done on the ground, but getting it done very well through the air indeed, as Cochran will set up in shotgun here, 1st and goal. DC not bringing too much pressure this time. It almost paid off. Strongbow was right there with the hands, almost had the interception.
Yeah, he couldn't quite yet get turned around, but great job showing his athleticism to even track the ball in that situation.
2nd down and goal now, and Cochran must be breathing a sigh of relief, but he'll still come back out here in this shotgun formation, maybe trying to limit the impact of the pressure a little bit here, but it doesn't seem like DC will be bringing too much. Only 4 men on the rush here. Cochran with all kinds of time throws another dangerous pass there. This time it's Daryl Bullock, the corner, who almost had hands on what almost certainly would have been a pick 6.
It would have been a pick 6 had he just held onto the ball, but perhaps he too, like Florida did a moment ago, too busy looking downfield. He should have been celebrating the end zone right now.
Cochran wheeling and dealing from the gun here. 2 dangerous passes in a row. Lucky to still have possession here as he sends Vanderlei in motion right to left. 3rd down and goal now from the 9-yard line for the Storm, who want to throw the ball here. Ooh. Oh, that one just a little bit low there. Giffis is not able to get much beyond the initial catch there. 4th down and goal from about the 4-yard line, and I think we're going to have to see Snead come out and kick another field goal here, Eddie.
Yeah, and that pass was underthrown because of the pressure that DC continues to put on Florida. They have been blitzing practically every down.
So far, it's seemingly working to keep this offense in check here, as Snead will line up for another chip shot, his 2nd of the game. Ooh, that one dragging a left, but will sneak through the upright. 7-6 now. DC still holding serve with a 1-point lead now, and they will get the ball back with about a minute to try and get down this field and make something happen, Eddie.
They will, and this morning I checked the Who You Got, and Florida had 123 votes saying they were going to win this game. DC only had, I believe, 23, and so far DC did not get that memo.
It's a little bit hard to blame the majority of the voters, considering not only DC losing week 1, but also these teams have only faced off twice previously, and both times those games were won by the Storm. So certainly a bit of historical precedent here in this matchup for Florida domination. But so far, not really showing in this game. It's been an interesting one back and forth here, as Synergy will get the ball back. 51 seconds left and time to move down the field and potentially add on some extra points right before the halftime break here, starting on his own 25-yard line. Not an aggressive formation, though. Will come out in a pretty stacked eye set. Handing the ball off up the middle. Say trying to get a little bit of room there, but it closed up quite quick. Only will manage to get 4 on the ground.
I like the decision, though. You're deep in your own end, less than a minute left. Why risk it? Just go into the halftime with the lead, come out, make some adjustments, and build on what you already established.
Clock freely running under 30 seconds now. Synergy will hand off again. Harrison will get a yard, but not much more there. Nice tackle. And again, a rally from this Florida defense. You know, it seems like this defensive line has been pretty quick to the ball there, but, you know, it's just been tough for them to really get stops beyond that one interception that they've had so far. Looks like this is almost certainly going to be the final play of the half here. 3rd and 5. Synergy will throw the ball. He's got a little bit of room. Kirby with a nice catch up to about the 40-yard line, but that will expire the first half clock here. DC still holding this 1-point lead as they head into the locker rooms. You know, Eddie, I think you got to look at Florida here. You know, they had that injury to Cochran, but surely you'd expect them to have a little bit more on the board by this now.
Considering he was a 75% passer last week, like you alluded to, we expected more, but you're right. He was out for a considerable amount of time, and Florida just counting lucky stars even in this ball game right now.
Absolutely. Well, as we head into the halftime break here, you know, I think we got to look at some of the performances here so far tonight. You know, Shabazz Synergy has only thrown 6 passes, but he's completed 5 of them for a total of 87 yards. That only incompletion was also that interception to Mississippi. So, been able to take care of the ball quite well, but just not able to really keep much momentum on these drives beyond that touchdown drive.
18 rushing attempts by DC in this first half. That's a lot of ground and pound, but we talked about it. Perhaps they needed to do that to keep the ball out of this Florida's offense. They've known to be efficient with their passing game, and right now the plan for Florida, for DC offensively, is to keep the ball away from Florida's offense, while at the same time, when they are on defense, DC has been, like we said, blitzing every down.
Well, let's take a quick halftime break presented by Brakes GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
An Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT. Featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more, Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, brakesgpt.com. Welcome back to Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Walters alongside Eddie Gage here in the commentary booth. Fantastic work is always being done in the production truck by our commissioner Cameron Irvine. And on the stats for us tonight, we've got Ron Haynes and Tyler Falk alongside Michaela Foraker. Thank you to all of you for fantastic work as always. And Eddie, coming back into the second half here, you know, I think Florida, you're going to have to look at Ron Cochran and say, hey, we got to get some points on the board, especially touchdowns. You know, they're 0 for 2 in the red zone.
I agree, but he's also going to talk to his tight end, Ron Haynes, and say, hey, buddy, you've been a big part of our offense these past couple of seasons. Hold on to the football.
Well, I believe he's only gotten the 1 target so far, so, you know, certainly a lot of time to turn things around here. The swing pass to Vandalay will get shut down a lot quicker this time on the first down play here. Vandalay will only get 3.
3 yards, but talking to Max Paul, he's happy. He's content with 3 yards. He says as long as he can stay ahead of the chains, he's happy with that.
And I mean, that's obviously a great philosophy to have on this offense. But I think if you're asking DC defense, that's certainly an improvement over the yardage they've given up previously in this game to those same swing passes. So both sides might be a little happy. Comisac with a stiff arm there and got some more room on the sideline. Great run from the backup there. We'll get a first down for this Storm offense.
Chris Comisac, he's a fullback, but Florida these past couple seasons have been lining him up at tailback, and you can see why there. He's a bruising fullback, and he makes you pay when you try to come in and bring him down.
Comisac having a good game so far. 3 carries for 25 yards. Vandalay, the leader in the backfield right now, only 2 carries, but 25 yards rushing for the wide receiver. First down now. Cochran steps back, faces the pressure again. And another drop there. This time it's Comisac not able to deal with the pressure. Nick Fargo was breathing down his neck.
Nick Fargo over from Sioux Falls, been over there for a long time. DC paid him a lot of money, but that ball was rushed because Guess what? They brought the blitz again.
DC continues to pin their ears back and go with the pressure approach here, and so far it's been working out. Another big blitz there. This time the swing pass to Beletsky will get off pretty well there. Picks up 6 yards, sets up a nice 3rd and 4 here for the Florida offense. A lot more manageable distance.
I'm drawing a blank on the name of the movie, but it's one of the better football movies of all time. And I remember when the defensive coordinator came in and told those guys, blitz every down. And that's what DC is doing right now.
Let's remember the Titans, I believe.
There you go.
3rd down here. Cochran under pressure and takes the sack. Huge pressure this time, and DC will get home. Great job by Mike Wagoner, the defensive tackle, on that one.
He's only 6'1", but he's 350 pounds. You want to talk about packing a punch. And that is going to be a coverage sack because Ron Cochran was looking downfield for an open receiver, found none. DC made him pay, and I have to punt this ball away.
DC's been bringing the pressure all night long here. Agrippa will get a chance again to pin back DC with some nice field position games, though. Let's see what the All-Star can do here. Another great one will be received this time. The 5-yard line. Harrison brings it out to about the 11-yard line, but nothing more than that. As we've got a game break, Cam, would you like to update us?
Thank you, Brandon. Minnesota in Atlanta today, and it's all about the ladies. T. DeQueen wide open for her first touchdown of the season. Same score in that one. Minnesota leads Atlanta 7-6 in the second. Back to you.
Well, thank you, Cam. Great job there from T. DeQueen, wide open. Strolling in that end zone here is, oh, man, Stellar finds no room there. Shut down by Mississippi, will lose 1 yard.
The ball was fielded at the 5-yard line. Why not let it bounce into the end zone? Now your offense is pinned deep.
Well, I suppose their experience last time with letting it go on the 5-yard line didn't work out for them, so their coaches were probably not happy with them here as they go with the handoff out of shotgun and say, we'll just manage to get that yard back. Jesus Smith with a nice tackle there after only 1 yard, and now almost certainly going to have to throw the ball if you want that first down.
DC did a great job of defending Florida's offense when they had great starting field position last time. They got to pick up that first down so they won't have to face that challenge yet again.
Man in motion here for the DC offense, going left to right. As the pass here for Synergy down the right side. Oh! Open throw there. Percoco lets it bounce off her hands. Stonehand's curse being passed around tight ends in this game. First Haynes and now Percoco.
I'm not sure how Florida even allowed Percoco to get past the defense and get that wide open, but Percoco, that should have been a catch and run situation.
Punt is away there, close to being blocked. A bit of a danger there for Ron Van Cleef, but he will get it away. Florida, Tarantino will bring it out to the 43-yard line of DC, and you got to make this field position count at some point here. You know, Florida's been struggling to get consistent drives together, and even when they do manage to get down to those goal-to-go situations, they haven't been able to punch the ball in here. You're going to have to see, I think, Cochran, the rest of this offense, you know, really pony up and get the ball over the plane.
I agree. It's been tough sledding so far, and DC is not allowing Ron Cochran to get comfortable back there in the pocket. They're going to blitz 2 again here. Oh, they audible out of it.
Cochran still looking to shake a bit of that rust off from the earlier injury. Pressure being brought there. Vandelay will go up the middle, trying to find a little bit more room there, but not able to get too much. Don DeSantis will bring him down after a gain of only 2 yards.
It's a good thing they did audible, because had they done so, he might have still been running because that A gap would have been wide open.
It's up to this, this defense to be able to figure out when it's going to be advantageous for them to blitz and when not. As Komisak gets the handoff this time, and that time the blitz did come and the middle was open. Komisak will bring it up to a 3rd and 1 now.
3rd down and 1, and DC has an opportunity to get out of here unscathed and force a punt. But in order to do so, they're going to have to bite down their mouthpiece and prevent this first down.
Komisak in the backfield here. Cochran under center will send, that is Bush in motion right to the right side. Very heavy sets from both teams here. Looks to be a battle in the trenches. Komisak will go left. Oh, great stop. Nick Fargo gets to the outside, shuts that one down, and again, another drive ends in futility for the Storm offense.
Great individual effort from Nick Fargo. Had he not made that tackle, There is a lot of green grass between he and the DC defense, and that would have been a big pickup for Florida.
Florida batting 25% on third down conversions so far tonight, 2 for 8. DC looking better at 5 of 9. As Agrippa,
Wow.
Was that one stopped? That was close there.
It was close, and they are going to mark him at that 1 yard line. You've got to be kidding me.
Marcus Agrippa is playing a fantastic game here at that punting position. Wow.
Yes.
Special teams putting in all the work for the Storm right now as Synergy will have to take over on the 1 yard line. First down and 10 here. Florida brings pressure. Ooh, trying to fight out of the back. Say there will manage to just get a yard before Mississippi gets there, but dangerous play there for the Dragons.
Yes, he got hung up a bit behind his own offensive lineman, and for a moment there, that had safety written all over it.
Certainly a situation you want to avoid, not only because the 2 points would put Florida above DC, but also then Florida gets the ball back with a chance to really capitalize on that momentum swing as Kirby will move in motion. Left side now, split back set here. Synergy will hand the ball off again. More room this time for Say. Will pick up a few yards before getting blasted by Jesus Smith. 3rd and 5 now for this Dragons offense.
And I would not be shocked to see DC run the ball again to try to make room for their punter.
2 drives in a row now where DC has been fighting to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Synergy will hand the ball off. Stellar fighting, but not able to get much there. Nice job on the cleanup tackle by number 34, Daniel Wright, the safety. And again, DC is going to have to punt from right in between those sticks at the back of the end zone.
Former Minnesota legend Daniel Wright makes that stop. And how many times can DC continue to rely on their defense to make a play despite this field position they continue to give up to Florida?
Van Cleef gets it away. It's a long hanger in the air there. Flag out on the play. As Tarantino had brought it up to the 40-yard line, that will almost certainly be getting pushed back a fair bit here.
Yeah, it's going to be on the offense.
Clipping call on the punt return team there, and that will move Florida back onto their own half of the field, but just barely on their 45-yard line. And we really got to look at this offense now, Eddie. This team has really struggled to be moving the ball so far. It seems like their entire game plan has been the swing passes to the running backs. Outside of that, also horrible penalty, by the way. But outside of that, this team really has not been looking down the field at all.
Because DC is not giving them time. They continue to blitz and not allow Ron Cochran to let those vertical challenges present themselves to DC.
Absolutely. Fantastic game planning here from DC, and it's really paid off so far. You have to worry about what happens if one of the lucky strikes does get through up the middle of the field here, but Beletsky will get the handoff first down, and Fargo will take him down after a gain of 3 yards.
We've been calling Nick Fargo's name a lot here in the second half.
I think we've been calling a lot of linebackers' names all game. Fargo, Mississippi, Smith. I think it's been a bit of a linebacker show, to be honest with you, Eddie. But
yes, you're right.
I think it's going to continue. 2nd and 7 now. Cochran on the quick drop. Swings it out there.
Great block.
Hits that one. And just short of that first down marker. Mark it 3rd and inches now for this offense.
Stephen Bush made a great block to free him up. I thought that was going to be a first down, but DC did a great job of collapsing down the ball.
Good job by both teams executing that play there, but it works out more advantageously for Florida here. 3rd and inches. DC coming in with the big heavy set. Trying to get to that left side again. This time, Komisak will get there. Stiff arm will get him free down the sideline and will manage to pick up the first down and quite a bit more here. Komisak getting this ball moving now.
Yeah, DC brought the blitz on the edge right here on the outside, but once that was beaten, it was only a matter of time before Komisak picked up that first down, and now Florida finds themselves just outside the range of Ethan Snead's field goal range.
Last time we saw that left side pitch to Komisak, it was Fargo who was able to meet him. This time, it was John DeSantis, and you just can't make up that 2 inches and almost 50 pounds weight difference. It looked like much easier task for Komisak to shake off the safety. First down now for this Storm offense. Komisak burying his head, but will get taken down for a loss of 1 there in the backfield.
DC's defense just does not have quit defined in them. They continue to fight.
Yeah, both teams have been rotating very quickly out on the field here, not getting much rest on either side, but it seems like DC's been able to keep up their stamina levels just a little bit more here in this Florida humidity. 2nd and 11 now. Wide receiver in motion on the left side will set up a twins look here. Cochran will take a drop back, looking down the middle of the field. Haynes with a stiff arm now. And that's DeSantis again getting the unfortunate recipient of a stiff arm there. But Haynes manages to make his impact on this game with a 6-yard catch.
With the defensive game plan DC has put on thus far,